These first clips are from a lesson where we practice with the headsets on for our lecture demos. As you can see, Hero is noticeably relaxed, even in the walk, which is her weakest pace, and she maintains a clear 4-beat rhythm. When moving into trot, it's important that I encourage her to stretch down and over her back to increase swing when I picked her up into a contact. Once I had picked her up, she felt in front of my leg, which is evidenced by this clear canter transition. The canter was rhythmical, but lacked lateral submission. When asking for inside bend, the mare was resistant and at times came above the vertical and fell through the outside shoulder, diminishing straightness. Moving on to jumping, the exercise set out here had been used to encourage the horses to back off the jumps slightly. We first came through the poles once in trot and once in canter. It was important that I did not attempt to micromanage her and that she figured out the foot placements for herself. This is to encourage her spatial awareness. I just needed to make sure that a steady and consistent rhythm and tempo were maintained. The fences were put up one by one along the length of the grid. However, I found that as we progressed down the grid, Hero's canter became flatter and faster. This could also be due to the fact that I did not bring my shoulders back in between fences, which can be seen when all 4 fences came up. Cross-country training was brought into the horses' training programme to bring variety. Horses can often become complacent when schooling and switch off psychologically. The mare is particularly experienced out cross-country, meaning that she is very bold into almost all fences that she was presented to. This greatly benefited me, as this was only the second time riding out in the field and first time over solid fences. In hindsight, I would have liked to stay light in between fences in more of a cross-country style position. However, as this was my first time over solid fences, I felt that riding in a seated position would benefit me coming into the fences. Two new gadgets were also introduced during the lunging sessions this month, both for separate purposes. The Pessoa effectively creates a connection between the bit and the hindquarters, encouraging the abdominals to engage, lifting the back. This allows the horse to work towards self-carriage. Here you can see with the Pessoa on that the mare is stepping under herself more and has a longer and more open stride and frame in comparison to the start of the training programme. She also demonstrates considerably more swing in the hindquarters, creating an overall more supple picture. The second gadget is the German string, more commonly known as a HO rein, which encourages the horse's head downwards without applying pressure to the pole. This was particularly beneficial to Hero when doing pole work on the lunge, as she could elongate her stride to make the distances without the Pessoa's lever-like action hindering her movement.